Good morning. This is Miss B. I'm not here today, so we are going to go over this practice test that will look very similar to the one you'll be taking on Thursday. So please follow along and show all your work. So for this first part, you will need a calculator. So if you haven't grabbed one yet, pause the video and go grab one. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom in onto this first problem. It says Jefferson needs 5 3/5 feet of wood to make a birdhouse. He only has 3 2/7 feet of wood. How much more wood does he need to make his birdhouse? All right, so that is a subtraction problem because he needs this much. He only has this much. If we subtract that, we'll see how much more he needs. You need to write this problem down first, then pick up your calculator and plug in your answers. So pause the video, do that problem, and then come back and see if you match what I got. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Sarah's planning for a bake sale. She needs 2/3 of a cup of sugar to make a cake. If she has 16 cups of sugar, how many cakes can she make? Well, if we've got 16 cups of sugar and we divide that by how much goes into each cake, we will get our answer. So write this equation down, pause the video, plug it into your calculator, get your answer, and then unpause the video and see if your answer matches mine. I got 24 cakes that she can make. All right. Bottom problem, last problem on this side of the sheet, says a rectangular piece of land is 2 3/4 of a mile long and 3 2/3 of a mile wide. What is the area of the rectangle? So we've got 2 3/4 and 3 2/3. Now, just like any rectangle, we do base times height or length times width. So write down this equation. Get that in your notebook. Or I'm sorry, not in your notebook. Write it down on your purple paper. You're going to be turning this into me, so make sure all your work is shown, even though you get to use a calculator. Then pause the video and put that into your calculator, and then unpause and see if your answer matches mine. I got an area of 9 7/9 miles, and then that would be squared because it's area. Okay, now we're on the back of the sheet and no calculator. So if you still have a calculator at your desk right now, pause the video and go put it back on my side table by the blue board and then come back. Okay, so when we're multiplying fractions, 3/4 times 4/9, you multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. So get your multiplication chart out, whether you need to get one out of my folder or get out your planner, pause the video, and do 3 times 4, and then do 4 times 9. All right, so I got 3 times 4 is 12, and 4 times 9 is 36. Now, I know that 4 can go into both of these numbers, so if I was going to simplify, I would divide by a giant 1 and I'd put 4's in there, and then I'd say, well, how many 4's go into 12? That would be 3. How many 4's go into 36? And that's 9. Oh, I'm just realizing I can divide that again, because 3 goes into both 3 and 9. So how many 3's in 3? 1. How many 3's in 9? 3. So your final answer is 1/3. For this next problem, we are going to have to change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So remember, we start at the bottom and we do 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, denominator stays the same, and then times 6/9. Use your multiplication chart to do 8 times 6 for the top and 5 times 9 on the bottom. Pause the video and come back when you have that answer. Okay, I got 8 times 6 is 48, and 5 times 9 is 45. Now that's an improper fraction, so I would ask myself, how many 45's can I take out of 48? And that's 1. And if I take 45 away from 48, there's 3 left. Denominator of 45. Now, I'm going to just rewrite that down here, because I can also simplify this, because I know that 3 can go into both of these. So we still have our 1. How many 3's are in 3? 1. How many 3's are in 45? 15. Okay, now we're down where we're going to have to start drawing some pictures. So it says, draw a diagram to help calculate the following quotient. So 8 divided by 2/3. So we want to draw 8. And we can do circles if you want. You can do squares or rectangles. I'm going to do circles because I can draw thirds pretty easily in circles. Okay, then it says we want it in thirds, so we're going to make it into 3 pieces, each one of these. All right, and then the next step is to make our groups of 2. We need 2 in one group. So these 2 make a group, these 2 make a group, these 2 make a group, these make a group, these 2 make a group, these 2 make a group, these 2 make a group, and these 2 make a group. But now we do have 1 left over in each of those circles. So I can put this one together with this one to make a group, this one together with this one to make a group, and this one and this one. Now we just need to count how many groups do we have. So 1 group, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 groups of 2/3 in that 8. All right. Our last problem. If 9 small pizzas are shared evenly among 5 people, how much pizza will each person get? So 9 pizzas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, we're dividing that by 5 people. So there's more pizzas than there are people. So person 1 gets a whole pizza, person 2 gets a whole pizza, 3, 4, 5. So each person gets 1 whole pizza, but then we only have 4 pizzas left. That's not enough for them to share, or for them to have another whole one by themselves. So to make it even, we have to put 5 pieces in our pizza. Now this is a little hard to draw, but it's okay if it's not. We'll pretend like our slices are even. You just want 5 in there, and like I said, we will pretend that we have 5 even slices of pizza. All right, so person number 1 would get a piece out of this pizza, this pizza, this pizza, this pizza. Person 2 gets a slice out of each one. Person 3 gets a slice out of each one. Person 4. And person 5 gets a slice out of each. So let's just talk about person number 1, because we just need to know how much each person gets. So they get 1 whole pizza, and then they get 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 total slices in a pizza. So 1 4/5 is what each person gets. All right, you can turn off your video, turn in the purple sheet to the sub. Be really good today and do some dream box, and I will see you tomorrow.